Inside the Navy's record-breaking laser weapon reveal, a new era of naval power. On a crisp morning at the Pacific Test Range, the U.S. Navy made history. With a silent, searing beam of invisible light, a new kind of weapon fired and changed naval warfare forever. This wasn't a missile or a railgun. This was a laser, a directed energy weapon so powerful it could destroy drones, disable boats, and blind sensors without a single sound or explosion. The Helios system unveiled. Developed by Lockheed Martin under a $150 million contract, the Helios system is the U.S. Navy's most advanced solid-state laser weapon to date. Installed aboard the USS Preble, DDG-88, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, Helios isn't just a prototype. It's an operational weapon ready for action. With a 60-kilowatt beam of laser energy, Helios can destroy or disable unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, small boats, and even incoming missiles. And it does so at the speed of light. But Helios is more than just a laser cannon. It includes a blinding optical dazzler to neutralize enemy surveillance systems and an integrated intelligence suite to track targets with pinpoint accuracy. What is the Layered Laser Defense System? The Layered Laser Defense, developed by Lockheed Martin in collaboration with the Office of Naval Research, ONR, represents a culmination of decades of research into directed energy. The system uses a solid-state laser combined with sophisticated optical sensors and AI-driven targeting software. Unlike traditional kinetic weapons, the LLD system doesn't need ammunition. It's powered by electricity, which means as long as the ship has power, the weapon can keep firing. This virtually unlimited magazine allows the Navy to counter mass drone attacks and missile swarms without running out of munitions. Why this weapon changes everything? Why is Helios such a big deal? The answer lies in its revolutionary advantages. Unlimited ammo. As long as the ship has power, the laser can fire endlessly. Speed of light impact. No travel time means no escape. If you're targeted, it hits instantly. Low cost per shot. Firing a laser costs just a few dollars in electricity, compared to hundreds of thousands for missiles. Stealth kill. No sound, no visible trail, making it nearly impossible to detect or trace. That means the Navy can defend itself against massive swarms of drones, saturation attacks from cheap missiles, and future hypersonic threats, all without running out of ammunition. From prototype to combat ready, the Navy has been experimenting with laser weapons for years. In 2014, a 30 kilowatts prototype laser was tested aboard the USS Ponce, where it successfully shot down drones. But Helios represents the first time a high-energy laser has been installed as a fully integrated combat system on an active-duty destroyer. Unlike its predecessors, Helios is designed to operate seamlessly with the ship's Aegis combat system. That means it can receive tracking data from radar, acquire targets automatically, and fire with little human intervention. It's no longer a science experiment, it's a war-fighting tool. The Helios advantage in modern warfare. The threats facing naval forces today are evolving rapidly. Nations like Iran and North Korea have invested heavily in swarming drone tactics and fast attack boats. China is deploying advanced electronic warfare systems and hypersonic missiles. In this environment, traditional kinetic weapons are reaching their limits. That's where Helios comes in. A destroyer equipped with Helios could defend itself from drone swarms with precise, nearly infinite shots, burn through the sensors of enemy surveillance drones, blinding them without creating debris, fry incoming missile guidance systems, neutralizing threats before impact, disable enemy boats by targeting their engines or optics, all without collateral damage. This is a total shift from destruction to surgical denial, a cleaner, smarter way to fight. Inside the laser, how it works. So how does a laser weapon like Helios actually work? At its core, Helios uses solid-state fiber laser technology, where multiple fiber laser modules are combined to produce a single, focused beam. Unlike chemical lasers of the past, which were bulky and toxic, solid-state lasers are compact, efficient, and reliable. Here's what happens in a shot. Target is detected by ship radar or infrared sensors. Helios aligns its optics and tracks the target in real time. A powerful beam of infrared light is focused on a small point. Within seconds, the target heats up and either melts, burns, or fails. No explosion needed. There's no sound, no smoke trail, and no missile to track. Just instant, silent destruction. A glimpse into the test footage. The Navy's public release included rare footage of the weapon in action. In slow-motion clips, drones were seen flying toward a Navy ship before being instantly vaporized midair, with only smoke and debris falling into the ocean. The weapon fired silently, without recoil or noise. No shockwaves, no flash, just raw, invisible power. In another test, a swarm of low-flying quadcopters attempted to breach the ship's perimeter. The LLD system engaged one after the other in rapid succession, disabling each with pinpoint accuracy. The Navy confirmed that during testing, the system achieved over 90% success rate under real maritime conditions, including fog, wind, and sea spray, all known challenges for laser systems. Real-world testing, what the Navy saw. In recent classified trials, the Navy tested Helios against real targets at sea. It burned through UAV wings mid-flight, causing them to crash within seconds. It dazzled electro-optical sensors on simulated enemy drones, blinding them from miles away. It even targeted stationary drones and boats, rendering their electronics useless in seconds. What stunned observers was not just the performance, but the repeatability. Helios could fire again and again with no reload time, no crew stress, and no noise. Proved one thing clearly: this technology works. The next generation, scaling up. Helios is just the beginning. The Navy's next goal is to scale laser weapons to 300 kilowatts and beyond, enough to destroy cruise missiles, aircraft, and even damage armored targets. The Layered Laser Defense, LLD, program and Odin, Optical Dazzling Interdictor, Navy, are already in the works. Future ships, like the DDG-X destroyer, may be designed around laser weapons from the start, with dedicated cooling and power systems to support multiple high-energy beams. China is developing its own laser systems and has already tested some on land and in low Earth orbit. Russia is investing in Peresvet, a land-based directed energy weapon of unknown capabilities. But the US Navy has taken the lead by operationalizing the tech, and it will force them to invest in hardened materials, electronic shielding, and even counter-laser jamming technologies that could take years to develop and deploy. From sci-fi to sea trials, what comes next? It wasn't long ago that laser weapons seemed like science fiction, but today they're on deck, firing and winning trials. The US Navy's investment in directed energy weapons signals a major shift in how wars at sea will be fought. Instead of overwhelming force, the future may rely on precise denial, a clean beam of light that can stop an attack before it ever begins. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.